Hey guys, what's going on? Justin Wojak here, 375 Photography out in Atlanta, Georgia, and with Drobo, and it is that time again for Creative Training Thursday, guys. So first of all, happy Thursday. I hope that your week is going great, and we are giving away a Drobo 5C, and so you want to be sure you follow Drobo and 375 across all platforms, and you want to be sure that you comment throughout this video, so then that way you can increase your chances to win, and we're going to announce the winner next Thursday. So we are so excited to have y'all here, and we will be talking about macro photography this week, guys. We have the Sigma 70mm macro lens, and this is an amazing lens. So guys, so let's go ahead, dive on into macro photography. All right, guys, so we're back at it again. Creative Training Thursday by Drobo and 375 Photography. We're giving away a Drobo 5C next Thursday, so be sure you comment throughout this video, so then that way you can increase your chances on winning. So when it comes to macro photography, I don't know if you ever shot it before, it's a completely different world. It's a new world besides shooting portraits and stuff. And so everything's up close. Lighting is absolute key. So guys, we're going to do a couple ring shots. You might not be a wedding photographer. You might not have any need for it, but it's a great way to start. And so we are going to be using a constant light source versus using a flash. So then that way, one, we can get some really unique looking ring shots on the fly, and instead of having to take 7 different test shots, you can exactly see what's going on and what we are trying to do, and some other tips for making rings stand up and stuff like that. So guys, let's go ahead and dive on into kind of our first ring shot. So we're going to kind of give you a quick rundown of what we are going to be shooting. Sorry about that. And the setup. So again, the setup is we have our camera on the platypod. So then that way it's nice and stationary. We don't have to worry about the camera shaking or losing focus or whatever. And then we are actually using a top of an iPad. For the base of it, we're doing a simple ring stacking position, and then we are going to take the Westcott 1x1 and play around and get some different type of lights. So let's go ahead, and we are going to be going right into Lightroom so we can be tethering and showing you. So here's a shot without any lights, and let's see what that looks like. And so we're just pulling focus real quick. So then that way you can see here's natural light right here. And as you can tell that it's absolutely abysmal. Like, all right, we got something, nothing too crazy. But let's see if we add just a little bit of light off to the side. So let's see. We're going to cut back to me real quick, so then that way you can kind of see what we're doing. Westcott 1x1, one of the best lights out there. This is an absolutely amazing tool to have, and awesome is you can bend it and you can create some awesome light with it. So what we're going to do, the rings are right over here, and so we are going to now just take a nice shot with the side of it being lit. So let's switch back to Lightroom so you can kind of see what we are doing. So here's that, and so here is this first shot with the light just being right on over here to my right hand side. So let's see how that looks. Let's go right back over. All right, that's pretty good. If you notice that over on the right hand side of the diamond, it's a little hot. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to back up. I'm going to back up the light a little bit, so then that way it's not so hot. We could probably bring that down in post, but let's try and get exactly what we want right in the camera, so then that way when we do tweak it in post, it is that much better. So here is the shot backing up the light now, and let's see how this looks. All right, so here is our new shot with the light being just a little bit further off than the previous shot. So then that way we can be sure that we get some nice detail light off on the right hand side. So that's good. So now what we're going to do, guys, is we are going to be playing with this and trying to get some reflections off of the iPad onto the ring. And so here's what we are going to be doing. And so here's a little video clip, so then that way you can kind of see what we are about to get. And you see us just kind of adjusting, getting everything ready, so then that way we have the right composition. And then look at that, guys. Look at that. This is absolutely an awesome shot, something different, having that reflection coming right off of there. But if you notice that the front of the ring is absolutely dark, and so what we did is we just added a little sheet of paper right underneath our macro lens, so then that way we can get that fill. And you see it's taken away, and you see what a difference that makes, adding a little sheet of paper, guys. And so again, this is the little sheet of paper that we used right here. It's a white sheet of paper, and we would just put it right underneath the lens, so then that way, as we have the light over the iPad, you can see that reflection, and that reflection will come up and fill that light up. And so here are some so let's go ahead and we're going to shoot that again. So we're going to hold it up over the iPad, guys, so we can get a good some nice bokeh off of the iPad. And so here is what we just got. And so look at that. I'll take that. So I'm going to adjust the rings now, so then that way we can get a better shot of the bridesmaid ring. And so we're going to go focus that. And so again, this is just definitely a different type of shot. We're going to be adjusting our camera right now, so then that way we can kind of have the composition a little bit better than what we want. So again, we are putting the light over the iPad so we can get that awesome reflection off of it. So here's what it looks like with that little sheet of paper in there, and then here's what it looks like, guys, without having the sheet of paper right there, guys. So here's without the paper, and then here's with the paper, guys. Look at the difference that makes, just having that little pop right up over there, you know. And so if we want to, we can easily adjust our aperture, going from 2.8, and we can go we'll go to 5.6 right now, and let's just see if we can get more of that ring in focus. And then just look at the difference. So obviously we bumped up our aperture, so we're going to need to either lower our shutter, and I'm going to go 40, which is typically you don't want to do, but since I'm on a tripod, I can easily do that. So I'm just going to adjust my ISO to 640 right now, and then look at that. But guys, look at the difference at the lights on the iPad that are reflecting at 5.6, and then here's what they look like at 2.8. Guys, look at the difference that having a lower aperture makes. I like that look a whole lot better than that. And so again, I like using a constant light source, so then that way again we can easily get some beautiful shots. And so here's another video example of having a constant light source in the advantage. And so you see that we're just moving the light, playing around, getting it exactly, and then look at that, taking the light completely away, and then really being able to light this in a very, very cool way, you know, and I'm just adjusting some of the settings right here. But again, here is what you are able to capture and stuff, you know. And so here's the final shot. Just absolutely love. And if you notice, having that white sheet of paper, guys, having that white sheet of paper as a reflection of the light, having this little piece of paper, guys, is a huge difference maker. So when it comes to macro, one of the things to take it to the next level is lighting. And so having a constant light source, so then that way you can move and you can bend and, you know, you can do whatever you want to with your lighting. You can instantly see it. And so that is another great example. So we are going to be changing scenes. Here's iPad. We're taking that off. And you know, with macro, guys, you don't have to have a huge space. So I like the texture of this sample album that we have. And so we are going to be setting up this next shot. So again, we are going to be keeping the same ring formation, guys. And we are going to be getting our composition. We're going to back up just a little so we can get some of this grain look and feel of our background and stuff. And so again, guys, we are going just to be coming in and we are going to be playing with that light right here. So I'm going to go back down to 2.8. I'm going to go my shutter at 125. And let's see what this brings us. So let's dive back over into Lightroom. Like, all right, that's a good looking shot. I'll take that. You know, so I'm gonna bump my shutter speed up just a little bit, just to make it a little bit darker, and I'm gonna scoot it. I'm gonna scoot it back over, so then that way again, it's not too hot. So let's see what that does. That's all right, but guys, you know what? You know what I think that we're missing on this shot? I think that we are missing our little white sheet of paper, guys. So we're going to be adding this. We're going to be adding this right to the bottom of it, so then that way we get a little reflection, and we're going to go again, just putting it right over here to the right hand side. All the ring stuff are right underneath the light. So let's dive back into Lightroom so we can see what we got. So here we go. Pull in focus real quick, and boom. Let's see how this looks. Let's see how that looks. Awesome. So here's without the white sheet of paper, guys. Here's without the white sheet of paper, and then here's what it looks like without it. Without the white sheet for that bounce, and here's what it looks like with that bounce. Look at the center of the dime. Look how different that looks. All right, so guys, we are going to change the ring positions up. We're going to be just putting the rings down, taking the camera off of the platypod so we can get a really nice low angle shot. So again, we are playing around with this with our constant light source. So let's go ahead and we are going to dive on into our next ring setup. So let's go ahead and dive back into Lightroom, and here we go. Here is this nice low angle shot right up over there. Let's see. Let's make sure this comes on in. Look at that. So I don't like that reflection over there. So I'm gonna bring the white sheet of paper. I'm gonna bring the white sheet of paper in. So then that way, again, we can get some bounce off of that. And I'm going to. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. All right, we're on to something. I like how that looks. So. We are going to move the rings up onto closer to the edge of the book. So guys, if you notice, let's go back to that shot. So I don't like that background. So here is a wider shot of what we just did. So then that way you can see that we definitely just put the book we put something in the album, so then that way it is on an angle. It's on an incline, so then that way we have a little bit of a background as we're kind of shooting a low angle of the ring. So again, we're gonna add our white sheet of paper to bounce that back in, guys. And here is what we got now. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. So we're going to come around with the light a little bit more. We're going to back it up and let's see what we get with moving the light towards our lens. Now that's a little hot, so what all we're gonna do, guys, is we're just gonna bump up our aperture from 4 to 5, and let's see the difference that makes. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. That's a great looking shot, guys. That is a great looking shot. And be sure, if you have any questions, to put them in the comment below, and we will answer them. If you have any questions, guys, we're here to make this as easy as we can for you. And before we end, just a little bit of encouragement, because I know we can be so tough on ourselves and people can criticize. But no matter what you're going through, guys, I want you to know that we believe in you. The people at Drobo believe in you. And so, guys, no matter what you're going through, take a deep breath. You have what it takes to get through it. You have what it takes to do what is right in whatever situation that you're in, and we believe in you. So again, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to reach on out. We are here to help you out through whatever you're going through, and we will see y'all later. Take care.